What's going on, everybody? Jeep Banerjee here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's YouTube video I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to start drop shipping for less than $200. So before I jump into the content, I really want to be transparent with you guys, and I really want you guys to understand how exactly you can do this, because there's a lot of myths out there that a lot of people believe, because they think that you can only sell products with paid advertisements. And I've actually tried different strategies, including this one that I'm going to share, that's worked very well for me. And I literally don't spend any money on advertising, or a very little bit of money. And I'm going to show you guys exactly why you need the $200 with full clarity and transparency, where that money is going to go, and share with you guys step by step how you guys can implement my strategy to generate Shopify sales for your dropshipping store for less than $200 without using really any paid advertising. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, guys, I want to talk to you guys about how you guys can do this for less than $200, okay? So I want to break down exactly where that $200 is going to go. So first off, like I said, you do need $200. You need a debit or a credit card, obviously, to set up your Shopify and your payment gateways, etc. And last but not least, you need a dream, okay? That's the most important thing. And so here's where the money would go, okay? So $29 for the Shopify plan for their, basic hosting and back-end services, and that's monthly. But my goal here is to show you guys how to start generating sales in less than a month, so that stuff should all get paid off by the second month. You'll need $15 for a .com domain name if you go through Shopify. If you go through GoDaddy or something like that, you could probably save $5-6. And last but not least, I recommend about $30 for apps that you guys can purchase to add to your Shopify store. And those $30 don't even really kick in until the trials expire. But I want to make sure I'm transparent and I throw it in here, because some of those trials can be 7 or 14 days. When it comes to the apps itself, there's only two that I really recommend that you need when you're starting off your store. One is called multi-currency, and that's if you're selling to multiple countries around the world with different currencies. And last but not least, I also recommend the Sticky Add to Cart by Booster Checkout. That's also a very helpful app for increasing conversions. But the remainder of the money, it's either yours to keep and put into your pocket, or if you so choose, you can optionally use it for paid promos that I'm going to show you within this video. But I'm also going to show you guys the exact free model that I've used and replicated over 50 times that has worked like a charm for me. And like I said, it's completely free. So I'm super excited to show you guys exactly my strategy. So things you need to nail down, okay? So first things first, you need to have your own Shopify store. Okay, you need to have your own domain name and your own website up and running, configured with payment providers. And the four things I'm about to mention right now, you guys need to make sure these are nailed down to a T, okay? I don't have time to cover all of these things, because I could probably do a video on each of them and probably spend hours explaining all this stuff, but I don't want to do that on this video itself. I really want to focus on showing you guys my strategy for getting sales to your drop shipping or Shopify store for less than $200 without using really any paid advertising. So you want to make sure that you nail all these things down and you have all of these systems in place that are really good, because if one of these things are not good, let's say like your product's not as much in demand as you thought, or your creative's not good, then everything else that I teach you is not really going to work well. Okay, guys? So the second thing that you guys obviously need is you need to have a product that you're going to sell, right? Especially one that's in demand or that has some validation that people actually want that product. The third thing that you guys will need is to have an Instagram account to set up for your brand, right? So basically setting up a page for your brand on Instagram. And fourth and final thing that I always recommend, and it's got to be really rock solid, is you need good creative. So either videos or photos that are going to meet the Instagram size requirements so that you can utilize my strategy. If you guys have all four of these things nailed down, then my strategy tends to work amazing with what I'm about to share with you guys. So the $1 million question, right? Everybody's wondering at home or wherever you're at, how do I get sales without spending money on my drop shipping store? So without further ado, here's the secret. It's called Instagram micro influencers. And so I'm not talking about just Instagram influencers. I'm not talking about the Kim Kardashians, the Kylie Jenners, those types of people that have millions of followers. Absolutely not talking about that. This is actually term that I've coined myself, which is called micro-influencers. I've heard other people use it, and I think it really fits the criteria of the strategy that I'm trying to share with you guys. So let me go ahead and talk further about what I mean. But before I talk to you guys about how to utilize these micro-influencers, there's some things that you got to do to set up my strategy in place properly. So let's go ahead and talk about those things. First things first, the Instagram page. So to do this successfully, you want to start out by creating a professional Instagram page for your website or brand. So pretty much pick a new handle, at your brand name or whatever it is, and create a new Instagram page. Then you want to go in there and you want to add a professional logo of your brand in the profile picture section, right? So something that's HD, high quality, and actually your logo for your business. Then the third thing you want to do is you want to put your store URL in the bio. So if someone wants to come in and place an order or shop with you, whatever the case may be, they can just click on your biography link and they'll be taken straight in there. And the fourth and final thing would be a good, strong bio for your brand that really represents your mission, what you sell, and what countries you ship to. And I'm going to show you guys 2 examples of some monstrous brands that do this very, very well, and I model a lot of my stuff after very, very successful and highly profitable brands. I don't really focus on other 6-figure, 7-figure drop shippers and copying their stuff. I focus on copying household retail brands or like brands that have had a I can't even talk right now. Sorry. That have had a meteoric increase in their products and in their growth, right? So that's what I really tend to focus on. So let me go ahead and share with you guys the first example, which is a company called Sugar Bear Hair, okay? So this is a company, you can see they've got 2.4 million followers. They're verified. They do very, very well, and they have a very successful brand. As you can see, their page is very simple when it comes to their profile image, just a beautiful image of their logo, a blue bear. And then you can see their biography, right? So as I said, you got to put your website link in the bio. And there is the beauty of their biography, right? So they literally tell you exactly what they do. So it means get healthy hair, eat the blue bear. And then they go down to break down more benefits about their product and their brand. So they say it's delicious, chewy hair vitamins, vegetarian, cruelty-free, Ulta Beauty. I guess that might be some company that sells their products. And then they let you know that, hey, we ship worldwide. Like I said, you always want to let people know what countries you ship to. And they say order below, and they point down to the website link. So that's a great example of a very well branded Instagram profile. They've got highlights and all that stuff. You don't even need all that stuff to implement my strategy. All you need is the logo, the name, and the nice biography like the one that they created. Sorry guys, I'm like really, really sick, so I'm pushing through this. We're gonna be good, but yeah, that's why if I sound funny or I'm like pausing a little bit too much, that's what's happening there. Okay, so Instagram profile example number 2. So you guys probably seen this brand. They've been blowing up. All the celebrities have been rocking their stuff. It's called Fashion Nova, okay? 15.5 million followers. They've got the blue check mark, beautiful logo on the left, clean, simple. They've got their URL again, fashionnova.com. Right above it says shop now. And then they go ahead and they mention a bunch of things about their brand. So they essentially say global fashion brand, fast shipping worldwide, tag us to be featured. And then they've got some of their other pages and hashtags that you can follow or share if you're interested in engaging with them further. So another great example of how to set up a profile. Super basic stuff, guys. You should be able to do something very, very similar to this. So let's go ahead and talk about the next step before you guys can implement my strategy. So the Instagram feed, okay? So it doesn't look really professional if you have 0 content on your Instagram feed. A lot of people do this. They'll literally start an Instagram page today and run ads, and it's literally deserted. There's not one post on there. So that never looks good, and that's never a professional look. That's obviously gonna drop your conversions. Especially with my strategy, it's not gonna work well. Okay, so I typically put at the minimum 7 different posts on my Instagram feed for my new brand before I put this strategy into play. So the types of content that you can post on your Instagram feed. So first off, you can use memes. So any memes that are related to your brand, you can literally find them on Google or find them on Instagram, other pages, etc., and just repost them. If you've got content of people using your product, either from your suppliers or you've taken time to shoot some videos, photos, whatever it is, that's a great thing to post on your Instagram feed. You can also use images of your product or lifestyle photos. You can use quotes, sayings, inspirational, motivational, verbiage, scriptures, verses, whatever it is that'll relate to your audience, just to fill up your Instagram feed. Do at least 7 posts so it seems like there isn't just crickets there and someone's been there and you guys are doing something with some high level activity, okay? So after you've got that down, the next thing that you guys want to do is you guys want to set up your website, okay? So I highly, highly recommend adding your Facebook pixel to your store. Even though my strategy has nothing to do with Facebook ads, I recommend doing it. It literally takes less than a few minutes to do using Shopify and Facebook Ads Manager. If you go on Facebook's backend, they'll show you exactly how to do it. And if this strategy works well for you, the one that I'm going to teach you guys with micro-influencers, you'll have two very valuable things. You will have profit to invest in paid advertisements so that you guys can scale faster, and you'll have a bunch of data built up on your Facebook pixel to leverage lookalike audiences and other potential audiences. So let's go ahead, and now that you guys have all these steps mastered, now you guys are ready to implement my strategy with micro-influencers. Okay. Micro-influencers, right? So what are they? So micro-influencers, by definition to me, are small but engaged Instagram pages within your niche, okay? So when I mean small, I'm talking about people that have that following range of 5,000 to 25,000 followers. So they're not too small and they're not too big, and that's the perfect range that I've usually found. You obviously want to preferably look for pages that haven't done promotions before for my strategy to really work well. And you're obviously looking for, like I said on the first tab, you're looking for pages that are engaged, right? So high engagement, right? So if they've got 25,000 followers, but 200 likes on their last picture and 2 comments, that's probably not a good page to go after. But if they've got 20,000 followers and let's say, 1,000 likes and maybe like 75 comments, that seems like a fairly decently engaged page. So I might pursue that with the strategy that I'm talking about. So first things first, you need to know how to find micro-influencers, right? And this is the hardest part. This is what takes time, effort, and patience. And my biggest suggestion, because there's no easy way of finding these micro-influencers, you just have to literally dig through the library of Instagram pages and profiles until you find the right ones. So first things first that I recommend doing is searching through hashtags that are really relevant to your niche. When you find a page that's a good fit, after you message them with the strategy that I'm going to share with you guys, you can click on the little suggestions tab right under their follow button. That'll show you other similar pages that you can also find and reach out to. And I always recommend using your new Instagram page, the new page or brand that you just created, to search for all this stuff so that now your Explore page is only going to show you similar pages and content to your industry or your niche, right? Because that's what the Explore page does. It basically gathers in all the information based on your browsing history on Instagram, and then it curates content that's specific to you. And the most important thing about doing this, when I say micro-influencers, is you're finding pages, not people, okay? This strategy works way better when you find pages instead of people. If you look for people, the problem is going to be that the people that are like an influencer, like for example, if you reach out to me, I'm going to say I need the product and I'm going to shoot something that's going to match my feed or my page, right? So now there is a cost associated with it. So that's why I don't recommend finding people. But if you find pages, you don't need to send them the product and you can actually get them to advertise without a product. And so here's what you guys are going to do, right? So you guys are going to find these micro influencers and then you guys are going to reach out to them. So here's my exact strategy for reaching out. So first things first, I follow the page before reaching out. Then I'll go ahead and send them a direct message on Instagram with the beginning saying something like this so that I capture their attention. So I love using emojis. So I'll use, 3 of the fire lit emojis and I'll say business inquiry right at the top in all capital letters, right? And emojis are proven to work to get people to look at your messages, right? There's data backing this that if you use emojis in a message, it's far more likely to capture the attention of somebody and get them to open it and even respond, right? So that's how I would open it up. And then last but not least, I would also leave a comment on their most recent post after you've sent the DM that I'm going to show you guys in the next slide. Something along the lines, again, use emojis and say something like, hey, check your DMs, I'm sending you a business proposal. And boom, that'll enable you to hit them in 2 different ways so that you can capture their attention. So without further ado, here's the message that I send to literally get influencers to promote my products for free and drive sales to my dropshipping store without any paid upfront costs. So here's the exact message that I send, guys. So like I said, I'll use the emojis. I'll say business inquiry in capital letters, use more emojis, and you can literally copy my message exactly as is. I got no issues with it. You could tweak it to your own needs, but this is basically what I say. Hi, my name is Jeet, and I'm the CEO of my new brand, ABC Corp. And obviously when I say ABC Corp, everything that I've italicized is italicized because that's just example content that I've put in here. You're gonna obviously put your brand name there, very self-explanatory. And then I'll go on to say, I have a mutually beneficial proposal to share with you. I sell XYZ products, so let them know what you sell. And I was wondering if you'd be interested in doing an affiliate promo with me. I saw that your page is growing and I have an amazing product that I think your followers would like that I'd give to them at a discount. for each purchase generated, I'll give you X% in commission. If the first one goes well, I'd be open to running paid campaigns with you in the future. And you can use my promotion as a case study to bring in future advertisers. DM me back if you're interested. That's literally all I say. So the strategy and the simplest and most core form is I will reach out to influencers and I will tell them, hey, I've got a new product. I'm gonna give this product to you guys at a discount. So I'll go on Shopify, I'll create a discount for their customers, 10% off, 20% off, whatever the normal retail price is that's listed at. And then I'll use usually their page name as the coupon code. So I'll have a unique page or a discount code for each page so I can track the number of sales they generated. And boom, that's pretty much the strategy. And I'll write the caption for them. I'll send them the video or the photo creative that they want or that I have for them to use. And boom, they post it on their page. They can do it for 24, 48 hours, whatever they're comfortable with. And whatever sales they generate, you go out and you pay them a check, but you're not paying them until you've made money and you're generating sales for your drop shipping store. So let me go ahead and show you guys even further. So the offer, right? So when you're crafting the offer, you want to do something that's going to make sense for both of you guys, right? So you're only going to pay them, like I said, when they post and generate sales for you. You're not paying for just them advertising or posting or any of that stuff. But to make it a lucrative offer, what you got to do is don't be cheap with the commission percentage, right? Give them a good commission percentage. Number two, there's zero upfront risk for you guys. The only thing you guys are investing is your time and energy to find these individuals. But other than that, if they post and they get you zero sales, tough luck, yes, but you didn't lose any money, right? And the way that I usually pay out these influencers is I'll let them know like, hey, we'll see how many sales you got after 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, I'll PayPal you. This way the money clears into your bank account. You've already, ordered and fulfilled the order for them. And at this point you have that capital and you're not pulling out of your pocket to pay them. So this is another great tactic. And then, like I mentioned earlier, use a unique discount code for each page. You can make this on your Shopify backend in the discount section. And so like I mentioned, majority of the strategy, 95% of it is completely free. Doesn't take any money out of your pocket to generate sales. If you so please, if the influencer refuses to do it for free but has an amazing page, like you think it's the perfect niche, great engagement, all that stuff, you could try to do one of two things, okay? So you could first negotiate a fixed rate and an affiliate percentage. So tell them like, hey, I'll give you 20 bucks plus a smaller affiliate percentage if you do this. Or try to offer them a super cheap fixed rate, just negotiate with them and tell them things like, okay, if this first campaign goes well, then I would have no problem, advertising with you down the road over and over again. I'll be a consistent client, etc. Hook me up with a cheap discount. We're a new brand, etc. Just leverage and use sales tactics for negotiation to get it done. Most often though, if you hit the right micro influencers, they will give you a shot for absolutely free. They will literally take the affiliate commission or percentage because they're not making money already. So this is a money making opportunity, and especially if they haven't run ads before, because they have no idea how much potential their pages have, and you can unlock and show them that potential. So let me show you guys a quick example of an Instagram ad with an influencer page. So I think this was done more so with an actual influencer, but same concept, right? So the caption and the photo was provided by the company, which is called Ideal of Sweden. You can see the photo. It's not the best creative in the world, but maybe it works for them. I don't know. And then they had her write the post, sponsored by Ideal of Sweden. I'm pretty sure I say this every time, but I just found my new favorite case. I've always been a big fan of Novalana Love, and when she designed these, I just had to get them. You can shop this one and all the other cases with code FIXFARINA, so it's a unique code given to her, and get 20% off. This code is valid until the end of May. So this is a great example of an Instagram ad with an influencer page. Super simple stuff, guys. And another thing that I didn't even mention that I totally forgot, that slipped my mind, that I'm thinking of, the third way that you can also message these pages if they don't notice you is a lot of them will have an email in their profile, right? Either in their bio or the option to email them. Hit them with an email too with your proposal, right? Hit them at every angle possible. Be hungry and be active, trying to get these guys to be convinced with your deal. Last but not least, if this works for you guys like it has for me in the past and a lot of students and stuff that I work with, my biggest advice for you guys is rinse and repeat, right? So if your first campaign works well, keep going and schedule more posts and keep finding new influencer pages to partner up with. Once you have about $2,000 roughly in capital from the profit you've made using this strategy, you can start working with Facebook ads. And like I mentioned, if you install your Facebook pixel, you can actually start building lookalike audiences using the data that you generated from your pixel and the Instagram ads you ran right off the bat. and you'll be cooking. You'll have a really successful store and all that good stuff. So I want to thank you guys so much for staying with me and watching this entire YouTube video. If you love the free value and the free content that I drop, please subscribe or drop a comment down below showing some appreciation. If you have comments, concerns, anything like that, drop some comments. Otherwise, subscribe and get notified every time I drop a new video so that you guys can keep up with all the amazing value and content that I'm going to be dropping. And for those of you guys that are interested, I do have an academy filled with courses where I teach a lot of the stuff that I know. Most famously, I have a dropshipping course. You can either join my entire academy with access to all my courses, or you can join just the dropshipping course, whatever floats your boat. If you're interested, there's a link in my description and in my bio and in my about page on YouTube. Feel free to check it out. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch y'all later.